Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Beyond the Veil Kickstarter page. Now, this is just a simple introductory to the project. My name is Kyle. I'm the lead investigator. I'll also be the video editor on this project, and probably the tech guy as well. And the biggest part about this project is we are looking to redefine what the paranormal world looks at in a paranormal investigator. We want to be able to define the truth of the paranormal. We want to erase all the doubt that is in the paranormal world, whether it be uh, if something's faked or if it's a building history that creates this fear, if it's sleep deprivation that helps increase the fear, or if it's actually something that we can't explain from this world. There are many questions that revolve around the paranormal, and we want to make sure that we as a group are completely giving you the truth. And there's a lot of things that we as investigators have found slash can explain, but we want to bring it to you. We want to give it to you to decide as well. It's not just us that has to decide it, it's you that has to decide it. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on each of these topics, but the biggest thing is we want to make sure that we are discovering the truth. As a video editor myself, I don't have any special effects background. I can't fake anything. I can't make shadows and that kind of stuff. So regardless of what happens, my video editing is going to be very basic. And you're going to see that in the transparency part of our story is we're going to be fully transparent about everything. When it comes to the video aspect of it, when we get our Twitter page up and running, we're going to make sure that whenever we go to release an episode, that we show you guys the full edit of the episode so you can go through and look at anything that you may not like. We're not going to put in any specialty audio. It's just going to be our audio, and that's it. Now, getting into the project itself, we have many rewards for this project, which a lot of it is going to be based upon, obviously, how much we raise. And we wanted to do something basic because obviously we have never done something like this before. We haven't done a Kickstarter to raise funds for our investigations before. And we just wanted to make sure that we were crystal clear about everything. So when it comes to the rewards, if you donate $15, we're going to give you a signed digital photo of the cast. Right now, we haven't taken the photo yet, but it's going to be done by my sister, who is a photographer and has a degree in photography as well. If you donate $50, we'll give you a signed physical photo of the cast. $100, we're going to go out and get you a custom mystery bag of crystals. We have plenty of crystal shops here in town that we are going to pick from. At $150, I'm going to physically make you a candle. It's going to be, I'm just going to get some wax cubes, melt them down, and make a candle for you. It's going to be really time consuming, but it's going to be worth it in the end. At $200, we're going to give you first ever, never made again merch. Noah is currently working on the design, one of our other investigators. And $300, you're going to get a bag of mystery crystals and a candle from me. And the biggest part about that is it's giving you a discount on, instead of paying for both, you can just pay the $300 and you'll get that. And then we kind of ramp it up here. We may add more to the prizes. We just didn't have anything right up front for anything between 300 and 1,000. So we'll look into it if, especially if all the prizes are gone. We'll look at more options. At $1,000, you can be an executive producer for season 1. You'll get a signed physical cast photo. You'll get a shirt that says executive producer on it. You'll get an executive producer sweatshirt, and you'll get a credit shout out when we release episodes all throughout season 1. And then finally, if you donate $3,000 to the project, you'll get every prize listed above, and you'll also get to pick a U.S. location for season 2. Now, along with talking about season 2, obviously you may have questions regarding what happens if we go over our goal. Our goal is $10,000. There have been plenty of people and paranormal investigation groups that have raised well over $10,000. The biggest aspect of us raising that money is going to come down to 2 main things, and it's going to be paying for the locations and equipment. The biggest part of the locations is locations can get really expensive. And in our story page, we've lined out what season 1 looks like, and you can see the drastic difference in prices. And that's another part of finding the truth is, are these places just trying to get money out of you, or is there actually something there? And there's a lot that can go into that. But you look at weekend and weekday prices, and you can see a drastic difference in prices going from Indiana State Reformatory, which I actually have to change that to Sanatorium, $700 to $1,000. But then you have something as famous as the Ohio State Reformatory here in Ohio, and on a weekday you're paying $1,500 for that. And if you want it on a weekend, you're going to pay $3,000 for it. So places can get really expensive, especially when you start looking into places like Stanley Hotel, Alcatraz, Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Those types of places have a lot of money that are involved. And the biggest part about our investigations is we're going to keep it relatively simple when it comes to the start of this. When it comes to equipment, we're going to make sure that each of us have our own camera so we can you guys can look at everything from our perspectives. And then we're going to also have some static cameras that are set up in the supposed hotspots. And of course, one of the biggest problems with paranormal investigation is, where does most of the evidence supposedly take place? Where the camera's not looking. So eventually down the line, we want to make sure that everything is covered in something that I call the ghost web. And what the ghost web is basically going to be is every location will have corner to corner coverage so that nothing is left for debate. If something happens, we can either debunk it or we can claim that we don't know. But going back to what happens if we go over our goal, obviously season 1 already planned out. And along with that, we're going to look into season 2 almost immediately, especially if we go into exceeding our goal. If we get those the goal of $3,000 where you get to pick a location, we obviously have to plan the road trip around that location. So we will have to look into that. But as of right now, if we exceed our goals, 20,000, so just doubling it, we're looking at 2 seasons and road trips. And that will include the 3 locations that can be bought. And then we we'll all pick locations to finish out that season. If we get 40,000, we're going to invest in more equipment, and we'll be looking at 3 seasons or road trips. And something a little more interesting, at 75,000, we're going to look into 4 domestic road trips and trying to get an international road trip as well. We don't know where internationally we would go. There's obviously like the Paris catacombs. There's tons of stuff in the UK, Scotland, Ireland, Germany, Romania. I would like to see the famous Dracula Castle, but that's obviously down the road. We have to hit those goals for us to be able to do this. And obviously we don't have much in the way of prior experience to show you guys, but if you look on my YouTube page, you can see my editing at SirGrogshire is the YouTube channel. I typically just do streaming because I don't have a lot of time for editing, but the big part about this is I'm going to make time to edit and make sure these episodes get out, because I would love for this to be my job. And I'm sure the others feel the same. But for us to be able to do this, we have to entertain you first. So all I'm asking is for a vote of confidence with us. If you have any questions, you can message me. You can find me on Twitter, SirGrogshire. I'm on Facebook. Or you can message my YouTube, my Twitch. Come by for a stream. I can help answer any questions that you have whenever I'm on stream. But for the most part, if you have a question, please reach out to me on either Kickstarter or Twitter. Those are the 2 most active spots that I am. So, thank you so much for looking into this video with me. And let's go beyond the veil. Let's find the truth.